Hello, Libeluini again with this little let's play of Amnios for the Amiga. A sweet little shoot 'em up made by sadists for masochists. Well, this is Planet 6. We are on a desert again. Oh, wait, no, I remember this looks like a desert, but it's actually supposed to be skin. I remembered something from the manual. And just like that, all the stuff I'm shooting got ickier by about 300%. Well, it's practically the same as all the level before. You fly around using the control scheme of an asshole to shoot stuff made by a giant monster infesting this planet. I have no idea why this planet looks like skin. For some reason, is this the Onco block? Well, theoretically, after we win, the Onco block is destroyed. Does this mean those weird skin planets revert back to normal planets, or were they skin planets the entire time? There are so many questions, Psychnosis. Oh, yes. Walleyed off the field again. Well, this video is a bit shorter since I'm getting better at finding things, or maybe finding structures and shooting them is a bit easier on this weird skin desert than it was in the green jungle of Forest Planet number 2 or something. Also, instead of just mouths with teeth and fangs, we also have these things. They are either really weird eyes or another kind of mouth. And then we have small beaks for some reason. Yeah, skin and bird. That is the things I'm thinking about right now. And we have colorful brains. Easy to find this time. Really easy to find. Even easier than else. And we have these green things following us. They are fast, they kill fast, and they are hard to kill because of their wild movements. Okay, this is weird, but it's quite easily eyes and veins, looking like a mouth again. Thanks for this, Psychnosis. Well, let's drag this humanoid somewhere else. Then I actually hit this stupid fly, and then of course those green things kill me. A lot of mouths, and this weird purple thing is apparently some kind of giant eye. I'm guessing here. Yes, let's just say this is an eye. Well, this is actually quite nice, because in most levels eyes are really small, and even if they stick out like a sore thumb, you still have to shoot them, and since they are small, they are hard to hit, and I guess I have already said everything about this in the last video, so let's just cut to the chase. Having giant eyes, as weird as that sounds, is a good thing because it makes them easier to find and shoot. How can this little fly shoot so many bullets? And again, we have to remember those large mouths are for some reason invincible, so we just avoid them. Another point I'm getting smarter about, in between dying, I try to destroy those weird snake-like towers, or worm-like towers I suppose sometimes, just so I have more room for movement. Is this some kind of fat baby? Yeah, it's... oh yeah. Never mind. Because the more of those real shooty towers are dead, the easier it is to move without getting hit 10 times at the same time. And yeah, like this. Sometimes I'm thinking, in this level are the mouths supposed to be the veins? Because remember, mouths do not exist in a gameplay mechanic. So I guess I'm shooting veins that for some reason look like mouths, or mouths that double for veins and hearts. Something like that. Well, time to die again. For bonus points, try to see the moment where I just cut out 5 minutes. Let's see if we can if it's this time not samey enough to just overlook. Again, eyes and veins looking like mouths, and a giant eye trying to see me. The manual claims that all those weird parts we're trying to destroy have some sort of purpose. Veins, for example, influence how healthy everything is, and it apparently is supposed to, I don't know, create new enemies, more enemies, or make the enemies more lively. Something like that. And then there are the brains. The more brains are there, the more intelligent the enemies are supposed to move. I have no idea what this means, and if it actually does something. I have never seen a difference, really. And eyes are supposed to, well, see you, and if you're close to eyes, then the enemies of the map are supposed to come to you. Now, I could see that actually happening. The trouble is, sometimes I'm hanging around where there are no eyes, and still clouds of enemies suddenly appear. So I guess it could be the manual is just full of filthy lies. Guess we'll never know, because the chance of one of the original programmers seeing this video and then posting in the thread would be ludicrously small, so let's not wait for it. So, another eye is dead, and we have these weird black craters blasted into the skin of the planet. And yeah, that's I'm seeing this. This is another weird mouth. Let's blast it apart. Oh, large eyes. Oh, fun. Well, there's still a lot of stuff to shoot if I can't get away from masses of enemies shooting. Now I'm back somewhere where everything is already dead. Oh, I found the ships. The father ships, I think, was what they were called. It's so long ago, I'm not entirely sure, but then I remember Amnios is weird, Psychnosis is weird, so I suppose the name is father ships. Die already. Nice thing is those snake or worm towers are actually quite easy to destroy with your ship if you can touch them before they start snaking out, let's call it that. I have no idea if this is a quirk of the programming or if it's working as intended, but if you can touch them if they're like that, all stapled over another, then your ship will destroy them with their touch and only lose a little bit of energy, something I tested. But if you allow them to spread out and swirl around, then you'll take damage for every single segment you touch. So if you're playing this for yourself, please don't do that. Then you'll sometimes have the funny situation where you accidentally touch one of those snake or worm things and they'll just die and take a little bit of your health. And sometimes a bit of them will be destroyed, but you will lose a large chunk of your health. Or a little bit of them will be destroyed and you'll lose everything and you'll die. It's kind of unpredictable that way. Well, in the meantime, while I was ranting like a madman again, we have already destroyed most of the health. Maybe because there already was the cut. Don't know, maybe. So here are eyes, things that are maybe eyes, let's just call them that. And a brain. General destruction. Everything dies, us included, and there is another eye. Oh, we destroyed a lot of brains already. Only eyes are left, and even the eyes are a lot deader than they normally are. Seems I have gotten better at this. Either this or this level is for some reason easier than... Ah, no, let's strike that. I'm still dying over and over again. I think I've just gone numb or something. If this was a military operation, I think we already have lost hundreds of strike craft trying to defeat the Onco block. Another thing, I guess another vein or something. Oh, more eyes, good. Good. And a brain. Brain is already dead, then let's kill ourselves. Nope, the eyes. If I can get away from this thing, this blue thing. Ah, finally. Now, back to the eye destruction. If I can get a few shots, of course. Enemy bullets and a blue thing are tanking my shots, and after I've destroyed the blue tower of warmness or snakiness or whatever, I finally make some headway, and die of course 3 times over. Now come on, go away, blue thing. Ah, finally, dead. So fuck this shit. Ah, there's another eye. Ah. Of course, I already drifted over it, so I have to turn around now. Trying to not drift over it again, but of course I do this. Finally, the last shots. Now, I need more eyes to destroy, and I guess veins and hearts and all the stuff can also die while I'm here. No idea what just exploded on the ground. Everything exploded. Everything has to die. Everything must die. It's sometimes quite funny to see how one single hit takes only a little bit of your energy. So it looks on paper as if the game should be easy, or at least not phenomenally hard. But in a case of several hits on the same time, you suddenly notice every hit counts and you've lost a huge chunk of your life. Like this, for example. So there is this weird, how should I call it, paradox of the game looking like it should be easy since you can survive multiple hits, but at the same time it's bone-breakingly hard because, well, if you get hit by more than one thing at the same time, it counts as if every single one hit you separately. Oh, a giant eye. Well, at this point I get into trouble because I try to reiterate something I have already told you 10 times over at this point, so let's just kill everything and be done with it. Hey, maybe the sixth boss will also look a little bit differently to break the monotony a bit. I mean, as you can see, the game is sure nice looking, but under the nice code, everything works the same. You have essentially the same enemies, sometimes literally, sometimes just practically well reskinned with new colors and stuff. And the enemies slowly get a bit stronger, as I've noticed. And there are more of them, and that's about it really. No nice patterns to avoid, no nice bosses, no nice levels. It's practically the same. And after 5 minutes of looking at it, it really stops helping. After a while you just don't see those nice backgrounds anymore because you're constantly shooting and shooting and shooting and trying to avoid certain death, and you have even less time to look at something as in normal shoot 'em ups. Normal shoot 'em ups you have to at least look at the background to not, oh, the boss is here, and it looks remarkably similar to bosses we have already fought. Ah, that's what at this point I've expected it. So let's just shoot at it. At least it has... apparently it's easier to hit than the other one. It has apparently, and I'm wildly guessing here, because the enemy, the boss, blinks off more often than the last one did. So I'm just guessing there's less invulnerability armors layered around this thing. I just have the feeling the 5th boss was a lot less vulnerable to my shots than the 6th one. That's all. So here again, Exhibit A, if you touch the boss he kills you, and because he's a freaking large, he kills you multiple times if you're moving into the wrong direction, which is most of the time, since apparently every enemy has the same movement pattern, chaotic cruising as I call it, because it's really just... I've just noticed practically every enemy just moves wildly around the place. Even the snake enemies, who are at least anchored to the ground, just swing wildly around while spitting shots into your direction. And the flies, the blue-winged things, those weird globular looking things, I don't know how I can describe the organic enemies, who at least look different from level to level. But they move like pearls on a thread, careening wildly through the level. So practically everything has this weird, erratic movement pattern. It's hard to describe and it's hard to predict. You would just have to be lucky. You have to be some kind of mutant able to foresee the future, so you can avoid it. If you're trying to react and you're, as a mere mortal human, you'll always be too slow. Every shot will fail. You'll be dead. So, but at least we can do a lot of hits before we die this time. Fake strafing can only do so much, thanks to the game's control scheme. I mean, even if I've won. Well, even if I get some really good strafing in every time I adjust my score, well, level completed, yes. And I get... A moment, please. Has the game just ended? No, this is really weird. Strange. Oh, a moment. Let's go back to that. And not back to the beginning. Wait, what? Let me look something up. Oh wait, no, I get it. I've completed Amnios, not only the level, but Amnios. I've finished, but this was level 6, the 6th planet. The manual said, shit, the manual lied even about the number of levels in the game. What, did the programmers didn't think someone would actually force themselves through this? I'm a bit confused. Well, Pete Lyon and Paul Freeman, you're shitheads. Your game design is shit. Thank you for torturing me. Game coding, Paul Freeman, graphics animation, Pete Lyon. And let me guess, it's only those two guys, right? Ah, at least the sound is made by different people. But graphics, Pete, yes, that was the one guy. So, let's see. There was this third guy I saw for a second, this wild guy, who was together with one of the two programmers. Yeah, those two, then that third guy, and the fourth guy who worked at the sound. 4 people. Well, the early 90s, I suppose. Or was it end of the 80s. Ah, I'm getting a headache now. Tim and Leverite, Wiley, and Freeman. I have no idea what Wiley is, so I guess 5 people at most. 1991, yes. Early 90s, and holy shit, was this a torture. Well, at least the sound is good, and the intro is good, and the graphics in the game itself are good, but the entire rest is incredibly shitty. It's torture, and I've talked literally hours about how it tortures you. So instead, let's just end this. Yes, Amnios is finished. Thanks for watching.